hard to believe, Dave, we're in week 8 of the high school football season. Playoff spots are still to be had.
Yeah.
Big one. We got the #1 team coming to town in 4A. Bloomington Central Catholic comes to Rochester.
Comes to Rochester, yeah. Big, big Corn Belt Conference meeting. I think Central Catholic, everybody thought they would be outstanding,
Defending
and they have
state
been.
champs.
Yeah, well, runners up.
Runners up, okay.
But to our friends from Madison Driscoll, but they're undefeated. They're ranked first in the state. They didn't lose hardly anybody from last year. They have a very good quarterback named Adam Revholz. Rochester, on the other hand, has been, I think, a little bit of a surprise. They lost a lot of people from last year. They've played really well. I think it should be a good game, but I think I'm going to have to go with Central Catholic. They just, they've rolled up some really impressive scores. I like Central Catholic.
Rochester's young, and they've been really good at a lot of places. Stumbled right out of the gate at Muhammad Seymour.
Right.
I think Central Catholic comes in and makes a statement.
Yeah, could be.
Big game down on Route 4 in the Prairie State Conference, Pawnee at Auburn.
Pawnee at Auburn, that's kind of one of those rivalries down in that area too. Pawnee, again,
all Prairie State games are rivalry.
Well, yeah, because they're all so close to each other.
They're all neighbors, man. Yeah. They're all neighbors.
Neighborly rivals. But again, Pawnee has been kind of a pleasant surprise this year. They did suffer their first loss to Mount Olive a couple weeks ago. Auburn, had a relatively close time with Girard a couple weeks ago.
21-12. That's
for Auburn, that's kind of a close game.
Oh, yeah.
Again, Pawnee's very much a ball control team, but I think Auburn's offense might be a little too much, for Pawnee to contain. I think I like Auburn in this game.
And Auburn jumps you right out of the box. They come at you with guns blazing right from the opening kickoff. So
yeah.
I'm going to go with you on that one.
Sure.
Athens 3-4 plays against Porta. What do we like there?
Well, again, it's just an interesting matchup. Neither of them have really outstanding records, but it's a key game as far as playoff situations go.
Athens obviously has to win the last two to be eligible.
And Porta
which is a pretty good step for a team that wasn't even born a couple years ago.
This is only their third year of varsity play. I mean, they've made a tremendous amount of progress. Porta, though, it's almost a must-win for them because in Week 9, their final week, they have to play Carthage, undefeated, ranked second. So they're really looking at needing to win this Athens game, and they're right down the road from each other. I think I'm still going to go with Porta in this one. They're playing at home. They did have to replace a lot of guys this year, but I'm going to give Porta a little bit of an edge, maybe playing at home.
And Rich McMahon's a guy that does a really good job. For what they lost last year, to be 4-3 and knocking on the door of the playoffs, that's a pretty good coaching job by Rick McMahon. I'm going to go with him, with Porta and that one. Our last game is South Central Conference Showdown, Alton, Marquette, and Carlinville, and that's at Carlinville. Yeah,
and it's one of those situations. Carlinville, 2 years in a row, they got off to a slow start, 0-3 against Eastern Division teams, but now they're in the South Central West. They're 4-0. They need to win this game to clinch that South Central West title.
And an automatic berth.
Otherwise, it's going to be very iffy for Carlinville because they play Vandalia at the very end. Vandalia is very good. Marquette, both teams have pretty good quickness and speed, for small school teams. But Carlinville has gotten on a roll. They were looked impressive against Gillespie last week. I think I'll go with the Cavaliers again, playing at home.
Go heavy on that track team from Carlinville.
Yeah,
and who knows what the turf will be like by the time the weather does all the things that it's going to be doing.
Yeah. There's one last game. Just Verdon plays at Mount Olive. Both teams 6-1. That could be an interesting matchup for the Prairie State.
Verdon's been a surprise this year. They've really bounced back really nice. Bruce Plazy's done another good job down at Verdon.
Absolutely.
Week 8, check us out, see how we did. We'll be back for next week is Week 9, and we'll preview it, and then we'll have more playoff stuff. So.